Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and hopefully next year is just the complete opposite of 2020. Also, just want to give a big thanks to my recent subscribers. I think I hit like 20 this week. I really appreciate that. That's how you get your stuff out there. You can't just post it, nobody will see it. It's the likes, the comments, the subs. That's what really puts it out there. And like I've said before, believe me, I do not plan on getting rich off of this. I don't care if I make a dime. That's not what it's about. I just want to make videos for the people like me that are new to this, that are kind of stepping out of their element to do what they've always wanted to do, but were just either scared or didn't have the time or the place or the tools or the car or the money. I'm trying to relate to them people. It's about the little guys, the guys that are just getting their feet wet, the guys that just want to run a decent number, cruise it, go out to dinner, take your kids to school. That's what this is for. That's what this channel's for right there. You know, there's people out there that are going sevens on a stock bottom end. There's people that have $50,000 cars. There's people that have all the best of the best parts. There's people that have, you know, the nice $2,000 Frankenstein intake, all the fiberglass and carbon fiber and welds and beadlocks, and not everybody is fortunate enough to get on that level. And that brings me to my next topic. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you clicked on it because of the title and the thumbnail. And I just want to put it out there beforehand. I'm not bashing this company. I'm not talking down. I'm not steering anybody away. I'm simply just telling you a story. And for all the people that, oh, they're only $100 a wheel, just throw them in the trash or buy a new set. First off, they're not $100. They never were $100. I think I got mine on a deal, and I still paid, especially for the 17s up front. I think they're like $350 if I'm not mistaken. Well, they were. I don't know about now, but they were like $350 a piece. And I mean, that's nowhere near weld prices or billet specialty prices, but still, not a lot of people can just throw $1,500 and, oh, they're bad, take it as a loss. I'll go buy another set of $1,500 wheels. For some people, yeah, but not for me. So we're gonna have a little story time. In 2016, I bought the car, and it already had a set of Racestars on it. 15s up front, 15 by 8s in the back. And they were black chrome or dark chrome. I forget what they call it. But it already came on the car, and I don't care if it was a Jegs wheel or a billet specialty wheel. I liked the way it looked. That's the honest reason why I wanted to keep them. The color on the wheels really looked good with the color of my car, so I bought a new set. The reason for me buying a new set was I really like the 17 front runners a lot better than the 15s, and I also wanted a 10 wide instead of an 8 wide. No functionality at all, just looks. That's why I wanted to switch it up. So I sold the rears with the tires. I had some like first gen ET Streets on them. I sold them, and I immediately bought 15 by 10s from American Muscle. So I bought the 15 by 10s in dark chrome, same color as was already on the car. Ordered them, ordered a new set of ET Pros. I put them on the car, and I'm looking, and I'm like, the back ones are black almost, and the fronts are like almost like a hyper silver or something. And if I have a picture, which I think I do, I'll throw it up on the screen right now. So I mean, it was a big difference, and the average person might not have spotted that, but for me, I'm like, I can't keep it like that. So I called American Muscle. I told them, I said, yeah, I think you guys might have sent me the wrong color or something happened. I told them that it didn't match up. The colors didn't match. And they said, well, they don't make a black. They only make the dark chrome and the polish. They were like, if you want, you can send the wheels back to us and we'll send you a new set. But honestly, it's probably not going to be any different. I'm like, okay. And they said, you could also call Racestar and maybe they can do something about it. So I'm like, okay. Should have called them in the first place anyway. So I call Racestar. I don't know her name, but she sounded like an older lady, real nice, real polite. And I told her my situation, and she said, well, when did you buy the front runners? And I was like, they came on the car. I said, who knows when they were bought? And she said, the reason why I'm asking is because different batches, the colors could change. So she's like, so if you bought wheels 3 years ago and then you were to buy them now, most likely the color's not going to match up, which I feel like that's crazy. Like, that doesn't even make sense. She said, we're trying to work on our consistencies with the colors. I'm like, you're a wheel company. That should have already been figured out way before you started selling wheels. But anyway, it is what it is. I posted up the front wheels for sale, and I believe the same guy that bought the rears bought the fronts. So at least he had a matching set. Sorry, that's wrong. The guy that bought my rears bought a set of used front ones, and this guy had a S197 Coyote car. So he went and bought the front ones used from somebody, threw them on there, and the same problem, they didn't match up. So we were going back and forth with that. He told me that they didn't match, and then I told him, yeah, I'm in the same boat as you right now. So what ended up happening is he sold the ones that he bought used, and then he went and bought brand new ones, and what do you know? They match perfectly. So I figured I might as well do the same. I sold my front ones. I ordered a set of 17 front runners from Team Beefcake, and they still didn't match perfectly, but it was pretty close. I wanted the 17s anyway, so it kind of worked out. It is what it is. So that's the ones that are currently still in the car to this day. And I liked them. They looked good on the car. I tagged them all the time on Instagram. They posted my car all the time on their page. They posted it on their website. I had like a little section on their website with a bunch of pictures and had my name and where I'm from and the specs of the wheels that I had. So I mean, that was pretty cool. My center cap sticker fell off the one time. I guess from the heat, maybe it melted the glue or whatever. Wasn't a big deal, but they sent me one right out. So about a year goes by, give or take, and I'm washing the car one day. So I get to the wheels and I noticed that one of my rears, it looked like that, like the spider web Halloween decoration that you put on like trees and bushes. It looked like a piece of that on it. So the clear coat was cracking and it was bubbling. So I'm like, oh man, like that sucks. You know, you buy something brand new and a year later it's already giving you problems. I know, they're only $100 wheels. I know. But still, I mean, you pay for something, you want it to last at least a couple years. I mean, 1 year, and that was probably with 25 to 50 miles on it. Now keep in mind, I was having a bunch of problems with the car at this time, so I rarely drove it. It sat, it always had a cover on it. It wasn't in a garage, but it always had a cover on it. So the wheels never got wet, never got hit with snow or anything like that. So I immediately took a bunch of pictures and I emailed Racestar a long message, as polite as could be. I was just saying, hey, you know, maybe it's defected. And they were saying, well, you know, was it outside? I said it was outside, but it was covered up. And I believe the person I was messaging was LB Davis. I can throw up the screenshots of the emails right here. And I mean, like I said, I just wanted to see what they thought about it. So they ended up sending me a brand new wheel out, and they told me when I get the brand new wheel to put the old one in the box and ship it out. I didn't have to pay a dime of that. Got the tire thrown on, put it on the car, everything was good. Well, you know, a few weeks later, I see the front start to do it. It wasn't that noticeable, but it was just a little bit. And I'm thinking, this clear coat's gonna flake off of all these wheels and they're gonna look horrible. So I let it slide. The car was about to sit for a long time anyway. I'm like, you know what, whatever. So then the car sat, spring comes around. We get to working on the car for the 50th time. We're trying to get it right. And I think we got it running decent at one point. So I give it a nice bath. I get to the wheels. I look down at the other rear one. It's doing the same thing. So I'm like, all right. I sent another email to the same person that we already had a conversation with. And they were stuck on, it's the condition I'm in. It's the conditions that I live in. That's what's doing it to the wheels. I said, well, the last time you guys shipped me out a brand new one and I shipped the old one back. Well, this time they weren't trying to do that. They wanted me to send the old wheel out to them, pay for it, and then they would do investigations on it to see what happened and why it happened. Meanwhile, my car's sitting on jack stands for who knows how long. And most likely they're just going to send me back to the old wheel anyway. So then I got to get the tire put back on. It was just a hassle. And I'm like, I know I'm not doing that the last time you guys sent me a brand new wheel and I sent it back. Well, you know, what's wrong with that? You should warranty your product. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit. It's like, if I was in their position, I would want all my customers happy. Especially a company like them, somebody that's new, you know, they already got a bad name because they're cheap. You know, poverty stars, and so it's like, why would you not want to make everybody happy? So I told them, sorry, I'll pass. I can't just have, I told them the same thing. I can't have the car sitting on jack stands blocking the driveway for who knows how long it's going to take for you guys to do your investigations and experiments. And instead of saying, oh, you know, we'll send you out a new one, they said, okay. That's all they said was, okay. So months goes by and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And it's just like, it's one of them things that every time you look at it, it just pisses you off because it's like, it ruins the whole look of the car. I hate to even look at it. And I emailed them again. I explained, you know, the same story. I said, we've talked before. Like, is there anything you guys can do to make it right? And it was pretty much, no, there's nothing we can do. So I'm like, okay. And I'll throw some pictures right here of what they looked like. Every single one of them was horrible. At that point, I was just done caring about it. I was honestly done caring about the whole car in general. Could never get it right. Every time we got ahead, something else knocked us back down. But with all the problems that I had with this car, it's like the wheels were the last thing that I should be caring about. So I just took it as a loss. About a year ago, a friend of mine works at a powder coating shop local to me. He hit me up out of the blue and he says, do you need anything powder coated? So at the time, I had big wheels on my Ram, you know, like 20 by 12s. It was a matte finish and just the brake dust was horrible on them, and the finish was just starting to look raggedy. So I was going to get them powder coated. And he's like, look, I'll do one set for this price, which was stupid to not take that deal. Oh, I ended up selling the Ram wheels, and I'm like, well, I got these wheels right here. I'm like, you think you could take all this off and recoat them? That's what he did. So he took them down to nothing. He said there were so many low spots on that wheel He said he's never seen a wheel like that. So I had a hard time figuring out what color I wanted to do. And I wanted something like the dark chrome, like I originally wanted in the first place. And he said, well, you know, real black chrome, it's not just powder coating, you got to do it a certain way. And he said he's never done it before, he wasn't comfortable doing it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, find me a color that's close to black chrome. So he sent me a few, and they just weren't really doing it for me. It looked more of like a gunmetal gray, and I wanted that black chrome look. So I started doing some research, and I found Hyper Black. It's a factory Lexus wheel color. It's not black chrome, but it's pretty close to it. So that's what we ended up doing on it. Did a really good job, especially for the price that I paid. The car's been in the woods with them. I ceramic coated them. They still look brand new to this day. And that was about over a year ago. Got dust on them, I got overspray on them. Wipe it off, comes right off with that ceramic coating I'm using. If anybody wants to know what coating I used, it's Avalon King. I actually learned about that through It's Just the Six. So I went and bought that, and believe me, it was definitely worth the hype. But anyway, back on the wheel topic. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I guess they just did what they had to do, and I did what I had to do. I had to get them powder coated the way I wanted them, and I'm happy with them now. I'm not going to keep them that much longer. Eventually I'm going to switch it up. But the moral of this is, it shouldn't matter how much you spend or what you buy. If you buy anything, if it doesn't last, it should be warranted, and it should last. I mean, I don't care if you're buying, people have the Jegs wheels, the wannabe V series. A bunch of people have them, and they seem like they hold up all right. The polished ones hold up all right, the black hold up all right. So why is it that a wheel that costs 3 times as much as that, why doesn't that last? And then when you call them and wonder what's going on, they say, oh, we're working on the consistency of our paint. Like, that's not the right answer. You should say, sorry, we're going to warranty them since you bought them brand new. That would be no problem. And, you know, maybe I was wrong for bashing them on Facebook and Instagram and all that. Maybe that was wrong. But like I said, this video right here, not a post that I made last year. This video right here is just to help somebody that might be in the market for them, or that dealt with the same issue. This isn't bashing them. I'm just telling a story, like I said. But I think that's enough rambling. I'm sure half of you probably already clicked off by now, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I want to help people make the right decision. And hey, maybe buy the Jegs wheels if you want something to last. If you want something for the performance, save up some money, get a nice set. The new billet specialties, hard to beat that look. I love them. And even the Racestars, I mean, they're kind of a budget wheel too. Even the beadlocks are like stupid cheap. I feel like they look good, but I know eventually Racestars gonna be the next poverty star. Might as well keep what I got, right? But anyway, if you're not subscribed, hit the button, please. It helps me out. Like it, comment, all that helps. The algorithm, they call it. It helps get you more exposure and put your videos out there and the suggested and all that. And like I said, I'm not trying to get rich. I just want to help people out. That's it. Somebody count how many times I said help in this video, and comment it below, please. I'd like to know. But yeah, you know, leave me a comment. Tell me what you like or what you don't like. I want the feedback. I don't care if it's bad, if it's good. And the reason why I'm trying to push the subscribe so much is because I look at the stats and I see that like 80% of people that are watching right now, you right now, aren't subscribed. Just hit the button, it's free. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.